Okay, let's start. Let's see. There we go. So this stream is going to be a bit weird because I probably won't do any hacking on this one unless I decide to. And the trick here being that we're going to show you how exactly this stuff is done with a game that isn't even that easy to work with. So we're hacking to the gate today. And let's start with Resident Evil 3. This is the SourceNext version 1.1.0. And first thing that you need to do when you do this stuff is that you create an EDA database and you find the entry point, where the entry point is basically the first function that is usually called by a program. In this case it's the start, which we don't care because this is just a stub, so this is standard code. What we need is at the end of the stub, and in this case it's winmain, which is the usual Windows API start of a program. And let's decompile this stuff. Now, as you can see here, I have some stuff that makes sense because it has names, and some other that doesn't. But in this case, this one is not even that relevant because all it does is just reading one value from some structure, which is this one, but we don't care. What we want to do here is find this marnices, which is pretty much the general environment of the game. And I call it Marnie because that's what Resident Evil 1 and 2 call it internally. I'm not sure if that's a some sort of library that Capcom used, but since it's constant between Resident Evil 1 and 2, I call the same for Resident Evil 3. The structure isn't even similar, but it's pretty huge, as you can see, because it starts on ESP0 and it ends on EBP23F54. This is effectively something like 2 megabytes maybe. And this stuff here resides in the stack. So let's see. CTOR stands for constructor, and this is the stuff that C++ usually does on its own. I'm not going to, because there's like 1, 2, 3 captions in the whole game. It's not even that relevant, to be honest. It doesn't have to be relevant. And actually, before I start that, I can show you one thing here. Let's see, K-Lite. I'm gonna show you the tyrant. This is basically what we have as a replacement for the Resident Evil 3 videos, this is what they're going to look like when they are rendered in full screen for the game, more or less. As you can see, the quality is pretty good, but I'm going to show you what the hell the game originally had, which is this mess of pixelation. Doesn't look even close to what Resident Evil 2 had. So, yeah, and that's the man who did that. Darren is in the chat. So, okay. My original plan here was to try and work on this stuff before everything else was done, and that means that I wanted to have a patch for the movies. Turns out the game can actually load the movies just fine. It doesn't matter what player, actually not what player, what codec I'm using. If I go into the game and just run it, if I can run it, is this even running? No, it's not running. There we go. Now it's running. Now I'm gonna show you what the game looks like with... Okay. This is with Darren's FMV pack. This is not modified at all. And you can probably see that there are a few hiccups, because this fucking game likes to do stuff really weird. Basically, it renders everything, like literally everything, in 16 bits. Hey T-Lady, welcome to the stream. So the thing here is that first of all, I don't want the original video playback, because if this is anything like the Resident Evil 2 player, which is direct show based, it won't work on Windows 10. It will just show you a black screen and all you can do is hear sound. Hey Bradley. And yeah, with Darren we discussed about this, about the aspect ratio, about having borders or not, correct resolution, all stuff like that. And we came up with a few ideas with that, like stretch the whole picture to be full and more similar to whatever Resident Evil 2 used, which is basically pinnacle of video quality for Source Next. Yeah, if Dino Crisis doesn't show anything, that's because Direct Show is at fault there. And as usual, the trick is to just ignore whatever the Direct Show code does and replace it with my FFmpeg code, which is not even mine. Actually, it's based on a Chinese developer. I just ported it to C++ and made my own changes. But that's the basic module that I'm going to use for this. And what I want to do is I want to analyze the game's code to figure out exactly how stuff is done, what version of DirectX this is using, how the structure is basically put together and read by the game. And you can probably already see some of these results here. Not everything, but let's just say it's more or less some of them. For example, I have a few analyzed, identified symbols like profile, sound effect volume, and BGM volume. There's the BTBL, which is basically the C++ code that gets called no matter what. And then there's more stuff here and there, but it's not showing up here. I mean, there's desktop resolution X and Y. This is used just for, this is actually going to be used for borderless window mode, but I digress. Let's see. So the constructor for this is basically more constructors in one, because as you can see, it just leads to a bunch of initializer here, and I suspect most of this do nothing here. It's just resetting everything to 0, and this one is actually pulling yet another constructor, actually virtual table. So let's see, let's dive deep into this. The whole game runs into this code here, because as soon as this code is done, this is executed, and this is basically just a release of all the resources. It just kills everything, and we don't need this for now, but at least this places us in the position where stuff is to be checked. So this is where we need to check, and basically this function is I can probably explain to you what this does. Ignore this stuff because this is just for RNG and number generation. So this stuff here creates a mutex, where a mutex is kind of like a flag in memory that tells if something is running at some point or not. Basically, this tries to create a sub-process, let's call it like that, with this name, bio3, and then this really long number, .game. And if this is created fine, it won't show an error, but otherwise this is used to prevent the game from booting twice in a row. So this is basically where the stuff happens. Then there's the tensed install key, which is what basically does the DRM. If you disable this, the game doesn't really check for anything whatsoever. Then there's these co-initialize EX. I'm not sure if this is used by DirectX or not, but I think it is. It's just a general method that is used to access to the library. It doesn't do anything else. It doesn't even provide a structure that is going to contain stuff. And then there's this get system metrics. This is basically a function that grabs whatever operating system kind of metrics it uses, like for example desktop resolution or size of a frame in a window. It can get stuff like any size of any elements, like scroll bars are large they are, but in this case it's just used for desktop X and Y, so width and height. And then there's this stuff here. This is basically, since it's an initializer, you get to see stuff like initializer. I mean, this is not initializer, this is actually the ini stuff, so it's configuration based. This is just reading stuff from the from this file here, bio3.ini. Let's see, and then there's this stuff here. This is setup window, which is what creates the game window. And I also have this, well, more or less commented, where register and create is creating the register class, which is used to define how the window of the game is going to be created. And this basically gives you stuff like a code that is executed. Actually, let me draw this. So this code here is a function that is executed in loop for, actually it's not executed in loop, it's what catches stuff coming from a loop, from the main Windows loop. But I will get to this later. Then you can define stuff like the cursor and icon, which is basically what you see in the window. So the icon is what shows up in the title, and the cursor is basically the default cursor used by the window. Usually this is a standard one, so it doesn't appear any different than whatever the hell you have. And then there's background, which is the color, and get stock object is basically like get system metrics. It's just for brushes though, so in this case a color. And then there's the menu name, which is an ID for the window menu, like a title bar it's like between the client area and the title. But in this case, it's basically nothing, I guess. It shouldn't even do anything whatsoever. Though in this case, I think it does something. I don't know. A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, it's actually 0. So it doesn't have any menu. It's not even hidden. It's just not there. And then we have more stuff that creates the window. And this is basically the window that gets created, and it gets sent here. I don't know what this does. I haven't commented it yet, but it's probably just copying stuff from one variable into another. And why this is called task, I don't know. I think this is actually supposed to be a task. This is probably supposed to be something else, but I will fix this later. So then we have show window, update window, and get window rect. These are just used to show the window and place it wherever it has to be. Then there's this stuff here. This is actually an allocation, and this allocates 260 bytes that get used for more stuff. This is actually another initializer, I think, though a bit weird. Not even sure what this does. Then there's more stuff, and I think this is actually creating the direct row stuff here, I believe, because it's soon trying to do stuff with this other function here, but I don't have this documented yet. Should be if it's 18. So 24 divided by 4 is the 6th method, actually the 7th. So this is doing something that we don't know yet about, but I could check what this is. It should be, it's either this one or, well, this is actually not even a real. Yeah, this is actually just empty code. It's a dummy. But this one is what we need. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is what gets called there. I don't know what this does, but I think it's mostly, oopsie. It's probably, yeah, it's used to adjust even more the window. And I can probably change this to Marnie sys. As you can see, it's using the window rect and the handle to the window, so it's doing stuff that we don't need to care about for now. So let's go back to this. Let's see. Let me read the chat. If it's in 2 channel, we'll use a PC version of Resident Evil 2 and 3. Just use the PlayStation version in the Dreamcast, because these people don't know the PC Master Race. I mean, PS1 version can still look nice with PGXP aside from Resident Evil 3. I'd just go with the GameCube version for best look, but then again, Classic REbirth changes the game. As Stacy ever, this version is the best. I don't think the Dreamcast version of Dino Crisis is the best, because it suffers from the same exact issues as the PC version. It's a direct port. Even, well, it actually has better filtering for textures, so it's not exactly identical, but in terms of upscaling, it's pretty much the same. I guess the better part is that it doesn't need any special shit for input. Yeah, probably better either, because that's ADX compression, which on PC didn't even exist back there. I think the Dreamcast port was a bit later than the PC one. Then again, considering Dino Crisis 2 is like 2 years older than Dino Crisis 1, and they still did a shit job for a port, I guess. That's just Capcom being lazy. So now well, I actually have something like that already. Resident Evil 2, if you have a DualShock 2, DualShock 4, the colored LED is going to reflect whatever health you have. But considering there's no standard way to do this, you'd need special hardware just for that. Yeah, probably it was. So, more stuff here is just initializer, but it's way too much stuff and it's not even interesting for us, so I can probably just skip this crap over here and get to the really interesting stuff there. So, there's this thing which I call a check voodoo 2, which I have no idea what this does. This is basically corresponds to option setup, audio, etc. It's just called Voodoo 2. I don't know what this does. I guess this is a fix for Voodoo 2 cards, maybe for texture problems, but doesn't matter because Voodoo 2 is dead at this point, so I can just drop this crap here. It's not even that important. And then there's more stuff. I think this is actually used for reading register stuff, and again, this is not interesting at all, so it keeps on going. Internal error, we don't care about this, but I care about this one because I have no idea what this does. This is the, let's see, oh no, wait, so if it's 7, okay, let me try something here. I need function 7. So this is what gets executed there. And again, not very much interesting. Though this could be probably this is actually where the direct draw stuff is used, actually, now that I think about it. Or maybe not. Let's see. Yeah, this is actually where this is a function pointer that does the trick. So I should probably drop a line here. This can probably be changed a bit, I guess. I could, if this is all modular, I guess this could be replaced entirely with nothing that resembles direct draw but DirectX, but I need to check into this to make sure that I'm not getting wrong shit from this. But let's see. Call this B as in B table. Yeah, this is actually direct device 3, which is get direct 3D. Okay, this makes sense, I guess. And A2 is LP direct 3D. This actually doesn't make any sense, because this shouldn't be Direct 3D 2, but it should be Direct 3D either 3 or 4. So this is possibly incorrect. But the method that it calls is still fine, so I guess it doesn't matter what it does. This is probably a failsafe, I guess. Okay, let's see. Where this creates everything. Let me change this. So this is actually a subsystem which I call Marnie inside the Marnie itself. This is where direct draw and everything stands, which I should probably call this Marnie GFX or something like that, because Marnie is composed of sound, video, graphics. It basically does everything that needs to be abstracted. So from here we have this kind of crap, and this is where it creates direct draw, the surfaces and whatnot. So this is the important stuff that needs to be checked, because I want to change how the hell this actually creates direct draw. And I'm not quite sure where this is coming from, the BPP part. I think this is actually written somewhere. Can probably check this like this. It should immediately. It doesn't even stop. Okay, good, great. This is not even called. Fucking fantastic. Okay, there we go. This is actually called. Okay, no, this is actually called. So let's see, this should associate direct draw with this window. Oh shit. And it fucked up. Okay, this fucked up my desktop as usual. Oh well. Hi there. You didn't change your name. So okay, let's see. Ah shit. Let's see. Okay, we're still in the main function here. So okay, this created direct draw, and we're gonna leave this. So field C is 1, so this should execute this code, and it does, and this should be executed as well. I think this is just trying to do shit with the window even more. Ah shit, come on. Okay, the result is correct. I don't know what this is leading, but this is probably more stuff. What it doesn't do is doesn't create primary surface here, I guess, which is really fucking weird. It's just going straight to create. Oh no, this is where it does. This is probably a fallback thing. I like Resident Evil 4 in the HD project. It's probably a very well carried out project. So let's see. Now the device is created, where the hell is this creating the surface? Actually, the back surface is already in place, so where the hell is it even creating this crap? I don't know where this is. It's probably doing stuff that I don't follow yet. Oh shit. Not again. The hell is A2? Direct 3D 2? And as expected, this is where the code is doing the thing that it is doing, I guess. This is like a huge pain in the butt. Like a lot of shit going on here. But I think this is mostly just full screen versus windowed, maybe? It seems to be doing something weird, but it's still calling the direct draw initializer, so should be fine either way. The thing that I don't quite understand is where the hell is this creating the surface for? I mean, it's definitely doing something weird here. I guess the only way to find this would be to have an Oli debugger who probably just try and reach out to this and see where this is coming from. Then again, EDA is not really helpful here because it's missing quite a lot of structures for direct draw. Anything that goes beyond direct draw 4 or 5 is just not supported, so I need to make a lot of changes here. For whatever reason, EDA doesn't come with the full thing from direct draw. So I had to improvise here and redefine this stuff based on the official headers. What I need to figure out is how the hell the game even creates this stuff. And to be honest, I probably need to check something else here. I suspect this might be... yeah, I can create main surface. This is probably where the shit hits the fan. Let's call this like this. So So this is where it's actually creating some of these structures. So the main surface is here and the back surface is here as well. So I think this is where it does the thing. But in order to create a surface, it probably needs to, let's see, surface description too. So let's see what the hell this is even about. And this would be something that I'm missing entirely, because this is not fetching the whole thing, I guess. I don't quite understand how the hell the game can do a primary surface without defining its size. It should be somewhere. Then again, oh, wait a second, I think this is where it does the thing. Yeah, this is where, no, actually no, this is just the clipper. See, yeah, the factor. Okay, I'm back. I suppose this is actually trying to transform the client area into a screen area. Not sure what this is about, but this is definitely where it's creating stuff. And let me see something real quick here. Okay, there's no definition for this, not one bit. And the caps, I think this is it's DDS caps, I think it's called. DDS caps, primary surface, there we go. This is actually what it needs to be. But the description has no surface size for whatever reason. I don't think this is unusual. Then again, the back surface needs to be the exact size of the rendering thing, and I believe this has to specify a depth somewhere, but what the hell is that? Let's see, enumeration, shit, enumeration. Let's see, DS not supported. Can I do DDS here? No, I cannot. He does still fails this, and it's basically just getting the same exact stuff from the primary surface, I guess, but it's setting height and width, and then the flags which are used to grab this shit here. Let's see, DDS caps, no, this is DDS, I think. Oh, come on, scroll. DDS, not caps, keycaps, create harder only, color, I don't think any of this actually make any sense. Should be I don't know what this is, but it's definitely one of these. Yeah, it's this one, the DSD caps. So where the hell is the DSD caps here? And there's nothing. Perfect. This is perfectly useless because it cannot detect the bits for whatever reason. Unless I can do binary, I guess. Nah, nothing. It won't let me. So what I wanted to check here was that I needed this freaking thing to just create a surface that resembles the desktop depth, but it doesn't do that like at all. There's no definition for this stuff here. So I'm suspecting this might actually be using something else. Like possibly an intermediate surface, maybe. I think there is... No, there's actually no other surface here. It's just this two, so it's target and back buffer. Go figure what the hell is wrong with this. I don't know this version of DirectX that much, so it's kind of hard to follow really. But what I don't understand is how the hell is it even possible that this is happening? So now, first thing that I want to figure out is how the hell do I change the output mode to be 32 bytes, I mean bits, instead of 16 or whatever this game is using. Actually, let's see one thing, because I can probably use a reference here. Let's use the Resident Evil 2 reference. Okay, this is not caring in the slightest because apparently, and this is actually what I was looking at before. Yeah, it does. You can actually see that when the movies are rendering, they're literally reduced in real time. You cannot tell in game, but you can probably notice that the backgrounds, which are 32 bits, get downsampled. Okay. Need to figure out how the hell this is actually forcing stuff to be drawn in 16 bits. Because I was pretty sure that surfaces needed to at least set a format, but that's probably DirectX 9, not DirectX 6 or 7, whatever the hell this uses, but I think this is 4, maybe. Not sure. The game hasn't been really redone in many ways, so it's pretty much vanilla at this point, with just a few fixes on top. So the initializer here is pretty much the same, I guess. Full screen mode, no. I guess this is the code used for not full screen, but just whatever the fuck this needs. Yeah, they're not hand drawn. If I'm following correctly what you're talking about. Sorry for that, but I'm just trying to figure out what the hell is wrong with this. And why the hell this is not exactly going where it's supposed to be. So, let's see. Let me add a comment here just to make sure that I am using the correct stuff, I guess. Yeah. So where the hell is this defining the bit mode? Because in Resident Evil 2 there is a way to define that, I guess, since these are just surfaces. These are actual objects with a surface inside them, so they are managed just like any game surface, but Resident Evil 3 does this differently, I guess. But what I want to check is, how the hell does this even do the scrap over here? There's gotta be a depth specifier somewhere. Maybe it's the viewport that does this. Okay, this is actually where the stuff is going. Let's see. There might be something else. Because this is definitely not using any texture format here. It's just creating either a primary or off-screen thing. And hitting my glasses. Ew. So let's see this. What the hell is this? And this is just clearing, I guess. Primary surface. And yes, how many times is this used? Just once. So let's call this clear primary surface. Let's give this a name, then this creates the 3D device, I guess. Could the 3D device hold the depth? But I don't think it does. This is just creating a viewport, and that's pretty much it, I guess. Let's see, Marnie. And this is testing enumerations. So this is creating the Z buffer, I guess. Let's make this into an actual structure. Okay, good. I think this is the Z buffer. Yeah, this is the Z buffer. It's definitely getting stuff from here. But this doesn't change anything whatsoever. So let's just call this P surface Z buffer. And this is attaching it to the main surface, and that's pretty much it. So I still don't know where the hell this is defining the color depth, which is pretty much important for this because... Oh, wait a second, now that I think about it, maybe there is a way. nothing important, to be honest. This is just the same thing over and over. So okay, I have literally no idea where this stuff is even sending crap to the game. So let's go back to the constructor and start all over again, or rather I could probably check this out. Ah, shit, no, not this, please, this, thank you. Okay. What? More crap that I don't need. More crap. And possibly stuff that blitz the screen? No. Let's see. Marnie says. Let's try with just Marnie. No. Incorrect again. This is just set cursor, I guess. Now the Z buffer doesn't affect the shakiness. The Z buffer is just something that you need to create regardless of what you're going to draw. But in this case, the Z buffer might not even be called in the slightest, because I suspect the game might be doing all the rendering in software. I mean, not entirely, but at least partially. So the Z buffer might just be filled with the same value over and over, and polygons just get the same Z and are sorted like on PlayStation. That's my main guess. With Resident Evil 2, you actually get a Z buffer that works. It's not perfect, but it does something. Could be improved a bit, but that's how the calculation works. So you have a Z value for everything. It's partially software because you still have all the stuff that DirectX provides, like filtering. If this was done in software, it wouldn't have any filtering whatsoever, and it would be really slow. Since the original resolution is fine in software, but if you go beyond that, then it's not a good thing. Ouchies. Probably need to check some of these functions to figure out where anything useful is. So this should all be I think this is all virtual tables. Let's see. This is maybe where I should probably check stuff. Let's see, Marnie says here, this is the correct one. Actually, you know what? I'm going to call all of them Marnie this and then a number, just to make sure that I have them properly flagged. This needs to be here. Ah, love this soundtrack. And this is just the this is actually not window procedure, this is actually the main loop. Well, at least partially the main loop, not everything, but it's a good name, I guess. And about the rest of them... Ah, shit. Wait. This might actually be useful for something. Come on, go away. You know what, let me kill this stuff over here and let's try and create vtables here. How many of these are in here? It's 19. There we go. So, now about this. Okay, perfect. Now, the structure needs to be dealt like this. Release, time, get time, time, wait. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Create direct row. Nothing, 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 nothing. VSet cursor. Then nothing, then... Oh shit. Wait a second. Did I skip something? Release? Oh shit, it's the main loop. Of course I was skipping something. Then there's time. Wait. And this goes here. This goes here. And then there's init. And then there's this, which I just called S. What the fuck is S? I just want actual 3D models of the posting since what mess again. My game actually has a polygon limit, I think. This game was written by monkeys. And I don't think there's anything that I can do right now. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, so yeah. Most of the stuff seems to go just kaboom. Let's see. What's this? The more I update this, the better it is, I guess. Okay, this is actually calling internally more stuff, which is not a good thing, I guess. And I guess, oh shit, even more incomprehensible stuff. I think this might be feasible. Is there like any error message here? Nope. Come on. As I mentioned in the spoilers, this is going to be so fucking annoying to do. Wait a second, how is this an STD call? If this is a disco. What the hell, game? Actually, what the hell, Ida? Ah, come on. Perfect. And this is never used. Just great. Okay. Now this is disco. I think I might need a quick break for 1 second because the light is hurting my eyes. And I'll be right back in a second. Just give me a second to clean up this mess. There we go. Back. Well, I decided that I don't want to keep looking into that crap for now. So, there's actually something better that I should look at. Which is this one. This bits of code. If this works anything like it does in Resident Evil 2, nah, Resident Evil 3 just needs time and research. As for an estimate of Resident Evil 1 Classic Rebirth, there are still some issues nagging it. Oh yeah, shit. Sorry. There, fixed. I don't have a preview, so right now my desktop is in 16-bit mode for whatever reason. I didn't touch the DRM in Resident Evil 1 and Resident Evil 2. Theoretically, there is something like that in Resident Evil 1, which is basically it needs the CD to load videos from, but I dropped that crap, and since my player is just a replacement, it doesn't really crack anything. There's no CD check in the Japanese version, so whatever. And Resident Evil 2, it still requires you to insert a install key. The install key needs to be there, so I didn't get really past any DRM. I could easily disable it, but there's no reason to do that. So now about this, I want to check what the hell this does, because I suspect this might be just the same thing. This might be just the exact same kind of idiocy the Resident Evil 2 does. Okay, let's see. Let's give it a name like this, I guess. So I'm starting to suspect this might actually be, well, similar code to that, but not quite sure. So this is actually yet another V table. Now let's see the other method though. These are actually floats. Oh, so this is the Marnie movie thing, I guess. Let's call this Marnie movie. Because this is definitely what it needs to do. And oh shit, the thing is quite huge. It's 1 megabyte. Bruno, we're just not achieving anything really. I'm just analyzing Resident Evil 3 in live stream. I'm showing you the process that I go through every single damn time. Wait, what? Who's Rod Lima? You mean like an alias? It's more like the more people are going to the long line and buy CD plus DRM tax a lot of space plus. I don't want to tamper with DRM. Yes, Bruno, this is the Source Next version 1.1.0. The DRM is basically, yes, what makes the executable in the Source Next version so inflated. It adds like 4 megabytes of serial data into the executable, but I don't want to remove that because it's basically a crack and the game is still sold somewhere. Who's Rod Lima? Is that? I don't think it's Omar Lima and Rod Lima are the same person just because of the Lima. What? I think it's 2 different people. No, I know who Rod Lima is. I mean, I was asking who is Rod Lima in the chat now. I don't think there's Rod Lima here. I mean, we would just use his regular handle to do that. And this is going to be quite huge, I guess. Oh shit. I hope Ida doesn't crash with me now, but I'm going to create the structure just in case. Where the hell is structures? There we go. Okay, this is going to take a while. Ida is usually very slow at creating structures of this size. Don't know why. Just doesn't like to create this many things in memory. Oh. Wow, there are skins for Ida. Oh, nice skins. Oh, come on, Ida, wake up. Ah, shit. The hell? Can you see this? Ida is completely stuck. Ah, shit. Come on, Ida. Come on. Ah, give it a minute. I'm sure it will be back. I've created like way bigger structures than this. Ripperoni. Give it a second. Ida is just very slow at doing this, so don't worry. It's a thing that it does. I mean, I could be using Ghidra, which is more suitable for creating large structures. It just works like that. The remake models? You mean the DS version of Resident Evil 1? But we're doing 3 today. This was the planned Resident Evil 3 stream. We cannot do that. I know it's some Riddler. Are you the same name? Yeah, that's me. Guilty as charged. See your point, like once you add mod support, I feel like people are going to find ways to crack the game, like I said. There is theoretically a way to do that. Since a mod DLL pretty much provides access to executable data. So you could theoretically add something like that, but considering most people are just using the same version of SourceNext, it doesn't really matter. I think everyone is using just one and the same. Actually, let's do this. There. I don't think you can port the whole models. Also, what the fuck, Ida? Just move. You freaking slug. It's almost completely stuck, but pretty sure it will revive at some point. Just needs some time, I guess. Let me see. The IDA database is just 17 megabytes, so it might be... Don't lose hope. It's going to recover at some point. Don't worry. You haven't seen me do this for the Resident Evil 2 structures, which are like twice as big in size. And the main structure for Resident Evil 3 is just as big. It's just trying to allocate stuff, I guess. Probably the fact that I'm using like this many variables, it's reallocating every single time, so that's why it's taking so long. It's probably freaking out my pager or something. Let's see. You can probably, there we go. You can just see IDA growing here. Well, it's not really growing that much, but you can probably take a bite of that. You see, it's working, it's doing something, and it's getting closer to 200 megabytes. It's doing something. My Windows, actually the issue that you see here with the interface is caused by IDA, because the debugger tends to do that. I'm not quite sure it's an IDA bug thing. It usually goes away if I log out and log in back again, but since I'm streaming I can't do that. And I guess we'll have to just carry on with that. Meantime, let's see if this crap goes anywhere. It's definitely doing something, because you see this is increasing and then it's decreasing all of a sudden. That's probably IDA trying to allocate as much memory as it needs, and then just goes back because it realizes that it needs to decrease some memory. I'm not quite sure what the hell it is trying to do. It would be best if it did that once and then fill the holes. But for whatever reason, this is how IDA works, so fine by me. I should have probably just used an array. There, it picked 200 megabytes. It's going to increase and increase. Yeah, it's probably a reskin. As far as I know, Jill has a reskin with the remake face. I think Jacob did that. He is here in the chat. Still frozen. This is getting ridiculously slow. But this is part of the process, so get used to it. This is how the thing works. There, picked again. 201 megabytes. Pretty annoying as it comes. I don't even know what I could do in the meantime. Actually, I know what to do. Let's see. Susie was posting stuff. Jesus, is it going to be over with this before we get to the 2 hours landmark? This is getting ridiculously slow. At this point, it would just get away from my PC, let Ida do whatever it does, and come back with a cup of tea or something. Oh yeah, I remember that one. I was thinking about it today and forgot to ask you. You can actually drop me a private message, I think. You can probably do that like right now so that I can check it. I don't think it will in any way. Oh shit. Big Boss was playing, actually is still playing Parasite Eve 2. I wanted to see that. I guess I'll see the stream before I go to sleep. But this thing is just going so fucking slow. There, picked again. Come on, Ida. It's just 1 fucking megabyte structure. How hard can it be? Though I guess I should have probably used a much lower array size just to make sure Ida would still get the memo and not freeze on me. But hey, this is how it works. It's very annoying. Let's see. Where the hell does YouTube even have private messages? I think it's community. And then actually no, there's no more. Shit, they totally deleted the also Akira Yamaoka's message got it got held for moderation for whatever reason. I guess you using the broken English got it triggered. The link is in the chat, but I cannot see it. I don't see the link. And yes, I suppose it's emulator plus the game ISO. I mean, I did a search months ago, seeing if Konami actually did a port of that. Because, you know, considering the HD collection is garbage, I thought maybe they had a PC port that people would go and fix and make into the ultimate version. Ah, shit. Yeah, I guess that's the thing. Oh, come on, Ida. Move. Do something, for fuck's sake. I don't want to end the stream just because Ida is stuck. It's really annoying what it is doing. It's been like this for like 10 minutes now. I don't think it makes any sense. Nah. Guess I'll wait another 5 minutes or 10 until it hits the 2-hour landmark for the stream. I don't think you can post that into the chat because YouTube just blocks links. You can probably just add spaces until it fits. Or add brackets, something like that. It should make the link pass through. Then I'll check it myself. It wasn't using an emulator, it was basically the PS1 ISO running PC without the need of an emulator. Yeah, it's probably just an embedded game emulator with everything into it, something like that. It's probably PS1 Raiden, something like that it was called. Come on, Ida, wake up. Sure you can do it. It's just taking way too long. Let's see if giving it feedback does anything. Nope. It's just making it worse. Okay, let's wait. A few more minutes and then I'm pissed off, like officially. Is it fixable? And I think that's actually a lost case because it probably runs on a custom engine. I might just end up porting Behind the Mask to Resident Evil 2, the PC game though. You're losing that much? Guess I'll check out Instagram in the meantime. Like, see all the shitty posts that people make in their stories. Like, if it's more than 8 stories in a day, it's probably rubbish. What? You actually bought this H? Like a reproduction? And you know what? Porting Silent Hill to PC would be like a massive headache because of the way the game renders everything. Also, is Ida back yet? No. Ida is still dead. She's not working with Wesker. Oh. Riho Fuka? How did I get here? I don't know. Maybe suggested videos? I have no idea. You basically came at the worst moment. I don't think that's actually possible. I can imagine a PC version of Silent Hill being like quite a downgrade. Wouldn't probably be that easy to do. So it's true that she's working with Wesker. Jesus, Ida, come on, wake up. It's already spiking again. I don't even know what to do anymore. It's almost 2 hours of stream and this fucking thing. What the hell just happened? Don't time out people like that. Didn't do anything wrong. Yeah, that's the problem, the fog effect, which people still think it's to mask limitations, but if you actually look into how that's done, it's quite a complex effect. It's not done to reduce stuff, it's actually pretty complex. Now my stupid thing is killing me, I guess. Just a few more minutes and then I'm done. I have no idea anymore what to do because all I can do now is just wait for Ida to resume. Because if I don't resume it, I basically lost a lot of progress with the database. I don't think I haven't even saved it yet. So all I can do is just put it on hold and wait. Yeah, that's the problem. It's not dead, it's just doing something. It's not crashed. It did this before. I'm pretty sure it's fine. It's just very horribly slow at doing this. Probably the fact that it's allocating lots of names and shit. Guess that's the reason why it's so freaking slow. So I'm not going to force it. Though I could probably... Oh yeah, I can. Now it's so stuck, it's actually even glitching my desktop. But if I bring it back... What the hell is wrong? Stop spamming symbols just because you... shut up, Nightbot. Sanger, you just ignore Nightbot, it's being stupid for whatever reason. Fucking thing. I don't know why Nightbot is so anal. Wait a second, did this actually unlock in the meantime? No, still nothing. And it's past the 2 hours, so... Ew, I'm not going to use Windows 10. I hate it, like, with a passion. It's really a terrible, terrible operating system. I don't really like it one bit. And yes, Nightbot is being anal about you using dots. Oh, I used to have way more than that. Windows 10 basically looks like a phone operating system. I'd rather switch to Linux when this comes. Oh, this is not really the case. I guess all I can do in the meantime is play some game and hope that Ida gets back. You know what? Let's try and run Resident Evil 1. Oh shit. What the fuck? Okay, there. Oh shit. Okay. Guess this is the way we can. Wait a second, didn't I actually delete the movies? Oh no, it's still enabled. And now my CPU is going full throttle for whatever reason. Now it's not work. What the hell? I disabled the freaking movies. Oh, I think I probably broke the switch that does this. Too dangerous to go outside. Guess all I can do right... What? Can I die of puke? Yeah, I can actually die of puke. Vomitron wins. But still, what the hell, this is not skipping the movies. I'm pretty sure the switch is supposed to. So where the hell am I aiming with the wrong button here? What? So Chris is basically supposed to be the hot brunette. Ah. Can I actually grab this? What? Pretty sure you cannot. I think it resumed. Okay, it's alive. It's back. Told ya. The thing is finally back. See, I just saved. Okay, we can do more investigation. And I think this is why the structure is so big, I guess. Ooh, look at this. Can you see what I see here? This is the resolution. Neat. I think if I change this, it's probably going to do something, I guess. It's locked. Because I tried to change the fucking name. Ah, shit. Okay, let's get used to this. For now, I guess. Come on, though. Cannot be this hard. Yeah, you have no idea how much patience this actually requires. This freaking thing is freezing every goddamn time. There we go. I hope the second one doesn't do the same shit. Yeah, it's going to do the same thing. Yeah, of course. Why did I even bother to ask? And then I got to change. Wait a second. Is this actually using floats to represent the width of this crap? Can I actually increase the crap? Okay, let's try and see if at least changing the type does. Yeah, it's still the same shit. It's just really slow. I guess there is actually a way to fix this. Possibly. As far as I can tell, there is only one solution to this issue, and it is to just shut down the fucking Ida. Come on, Ida. Get a hold of yourself. You fucking slug. Yeah, but don't be that. I mean, I don't think Konami will care that much. I just want to see what the hell the version is, though. I suspect it's the one that I saw a few months back, just an emulator. Oh, come on, Ida, just move your ass. For fuck's sake. Yes. And doesn't seem to load anything. Okay, it's still slow. Fucking hell, I can't even change a name or type. What the hell, Ida? What the hell's wrong with you? Yes, I did do that. I did investigate Dino Crisis, and it's even different than this game here. Yes, Alistair, this is actually Resident Evil 3. We're analyzing that if Ida lets me. What the fuck, Nightbot? Why is Nightbot being so freaking stupid today? Sorry, Alistair, for the timeout. It's just Nightbot being stupid because you use caps. Yeah, just post the link, you have my blessing. Just change it a bit so that YouTube doesn't go in on you. Okay, so you know what? I'm not going to bother with this crap here now. I'm just going to check whatever that I need. Is this a matrix? Yes, I think this is actually a matrix. No, cannot be a matrix because it's just 6 things. And this has to be float 8 6. I think this is it. This might actually make Ida behave a bit faster. Ah, don't fight. Calm down. Everything's gonna be okay. Me too, though this is 3 if I remember correctly. I love Unity as well. Oh wait, it's MCU. That's not ACU. Read that incorrectly. Come on, Ida. You're getting on my fucking nerves. It's not even possible that this thing is this slow. Yeah, and it's still getting bigger. Yeah, me too. But I love more Dino Crisis 2. Let's see, do I have anything that can be closed here? Maybe my tablet stuff? No. Actual Windows Manager? No. Crash handler process? Crashpad handler? Oh wait, let me see. Well, what the hell is crashing? Yep, Dino Crisis 2 is much better than 1. 1 is just pointlessly roaming into stuff and rooms, while Dino Crisis 2 is just the shit. It's got the action, it's got the cutscenes, it's got the story. It's like a real world game. What the hell? Okay, I had officially enough of fucking Nightbot. How the hell do I disable this crap? Fucking Nightbot. Let me disable the stupid thing. Give me 1 second. I'll restart the freaking shit. Ah, no, 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 no. Go back, go back, go back. Is Ida still stuck? What the fuck? Okay, let's see. Spam protection. Disable access emoji. Access symbol disable. Basically now there's no spam protection. You can use all the emoji you want. DC1 is just a bit too messy, I guess. It tries to do way too much stuff. Like, why the fuck should I care about a pipe, puzzle, or boxes everywhere? It's kind of annoying. It's a good game, but it just tries to do way too much stuff. I guess the good thing about Dino Crisis 1 is the way cameras are handled. Whoa, Christopher Vincent, that's a lot. Jesus Christ, you came in to destroy. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm hoping that Windows 10 is getting a wave of Nemesis as well. But seriously, thank you. And now you basically broke my freaking donation thing. I need to reset that, and I don't even know if it's possible to do that during the stream. Was it donation goal? Wow, there was like 31 days to go, and it's already full. What more? Let's call this Nemesis Weave. 05/30/2019. Come on, Christopher, don't break the thing again, please. I'm not sure if the donation goal is back again, but it's just there for shit and giggles. But Chris every time he single-handedly destroys it. I guess Ida is stuck again. I hope he doesn't take like 10 minutes to do this once more. But in the meantime, I guess I'll do something real quickly. Because this is getting on my nerves. So let me try while Ida recovers. Still not recovering here. So let me try and do this. Let me do one real quick check on let's see. I think it's H movie. Oh shit, it's not here. Did I actually disable this? What the fuck? Yeah, this is why it's not working. I actually forgot to freaking... B-movie enable is not even here. The fuck? This is why this was not working. H movie VM get check 00 BSD checked 10. There we go. Why is this not even aligned? Yeah, I agree with Kevin. The work done on Code Veronica is actually pretty close to what Dino Crisis does with the camera panning and all the effects. It's pretty close to that, though Dino Crisis is actually a lot more polished than Code Veronica, which is surprising since Code Veronica is actually supposed to be a new generation game and it does poorly compared to Dino Crisis 1, 2, or even Resident Evil 3, which is pretty much from the same period. I mean, it's just annoying. But I guess at least cameras, they got it right. Code Veronica gets the correct amount of atmosphere from that. Is this back? No. Still not back. Let me check if this is working now, because it should be. You know what, Bruno? I did play the shit out of Dino Crisis 1 when it was released just in Japan. And I even played the Japanese version without knowing everything of Japanese. There we go. Fixed. There. It skipped. So the quick check that I needed to re-implement is working fine. I think Ida is still dead here. Jesus Christ. How is it even possible that the program just kills itself? It commits suicide out of nowhere. It's just plain stupid that Ida, which is a fairly advanced decompiler, gets stuck in this kind of shit. It's just dumb as bricks. Yeah, I'm just trying to do whatever that needs to be done on Resident Evil 1 meanwhile. I mean, there's no reason to just wait for it. Yeah, I'm surprised of that as well. I mean, I'm not even sure why they used JPEG for backgrounds. Why didn't they try to do the Resident Evil 2 route and use at least lossless? Would have been such a better format, I guess, because that would have helped quite a lot with AI upscales now, we could have a really high resolution Dino Crisis. If that was a thing, but I guess Capcom wasn't of the same advice. And they just went cheap with it. Probably, I guess there is a reason for that. I think it's because maybe the disc is too big to fit, something like that. Actually, let me try and see how big the thing really is. Because I still have the, let's see, I have a collection of ISIS of several games here. I even have Mega Man 11 1. Let's see. And let's see. That's okay. Considering this is pretty huge, this is why they used lossy compression, because it probably wouldn't fit. I guess decompression doesn't really help. Movies are not that big, but I guess the backgrounds are immense. Isn't that the Russian version that does that? Because the one that I have doesn't do anything like that. The one that I have is this one. Oh yeah, it asks for the CD, because the fucking thing is just stupid as fuck. Close, skip, and give me the ISO, please. Mount. Is Ida back yet? No. Wait, is this the English version, not the Japanese one? Pretty sure I had Source Next installed. What? Why the hell can't I use K? Okay, let me try with something else. Wow. Real classy. Ah, what the hell is wrong with this? Wait a second, the game actually allows me to change the resolution from here? Whoa, that's a new one. Can I not do... let's see. Okay, nice. Very nice. It doesn't even change the freaking resolution. What the hell, game? Let's see, can I change this here? It just crashes. And I'm not quite sure if this is the source next version, but I don't think it is. I mean, it could be. I want the Dino 2. Oh shit, what the hell is this? I think this is not installing the movies. I don't know. Yeah, the movies are here. Oh shit. Just went full screen. Okay, and it's crashed. Let's see if I can do this through regedit. Local machine software. Wow, Node, Capcom, Dino 2, 1.00. Oh shit. Let's see, Dino prices. Am I missing something here? There's something weird, really weird. What? There's no... Oh. And Eli is totally stuck now. Now go figure where the hell is this. What? Dino 2 CFG. Can I take this one instead? Yeah, this is actually good. It doesn't use the register, this is why. It doesn't do anything. Hoo-hoo, neat. And how the hell do I even do this? What the hell? Oh yeah, as soon as I tap out, the game just commits suicide. This is why going out of full screen does that. Let's try again. Haha, works. Doesn't the game actually use any of the keys? Key config. I think this is remap. Let's see. This is attack, cancel, Sub-weapon. Jesus Christ, wait, it doesn't even accept the freaking thing. So let's try again. Sub-weapon. Get ready. Aim other stuff, and then the map. Subscreen. And actually subscreen and pause. Okay, guess I got it. Never use this move. Like, never, ever. How the hell do I even aim? I hate this board. I hate it with a passion. Especially because I cannot aim. What the fuck? Why can't I freaking aim? There's like not a single button that does this, for fuck's sake. Come on. And the game doesn't even loop music correctly. This port is like joy. Such a great work. Massive. Oh yeah. And I think this wouldn't even let me do anything whatsoever. What the hell? This is just weird how it controls. This is just weird. Actually, it controls pretty much like a PlayStation game now that I think about it. Hey, it's a dead person. Oh shit, I forgot. How do I even disable this? What? F1 brings up the... Bleh. Okay, this is the only key that actually makes sense. Ah, shit. I just went full screen. I think it died. Yes, it went full screen and died. You just gotta love how this game works. What a masterpiece. And Ida is still stuck. Well, considering it's been like, what, 1 hour now? At this point, it's been just Ida being stuck forever. I think, you know what, I'll probably reschedule this stuff. Because if Ida doesn't like it, there's not much I can do today. It just doesn't really do anything whatsoever. I can play some games to buy some time, but there's not much I can do with Ida being stupid today. It's still increasing in size, which is, I guess, a good sign, but it doesn't do anything. So, I don't know. What should I do? You tell me. I think I can keep up until it gets to 3 hours of stream. I mean, that was the original plan anyway. But I don't know, it just seems like I'm padding out stuff. So in the meantime, music, I guess. The hell is this? Launch Internet Explorer browser. Fuck no. Get the thing out of here. Where's the eject thingy? I still have the Desnuda artwork for Elsa. I never put Explorer in there. I don't know how it ended up there. It's never been there. Actually, no, it doesn't. Which reminds me, I need to create the gold edition for Resident Evil 1 as well, which is probably a lot easier to do. Actually, now that I think about it, it's already there. Oh yes, I do have the gold edition stuff. It's just never used. I mean, it doesn't appear anywhere here because I'm a fuck dumb, I guess. But I think configuration manager, new gold based on release, close. I think the gold edition is here somewhere. There should be dialogue, I think it was. Let's see if the gold edition is here. What? It's not here? What the hell? Oh. Oh. Wait a second, did it actually create an x64 version of this? Or am I just dumb? Let's see, REDLL. Get the fuck away. There we go. Wait a second. Where the hell is Ida? It recovered. It recovered. There we go. And there we go. Gold edition works like a charm every single time. Konami is like a special snowflake. You don't want to grab them, like, at all. Fucking finally. Wait a second, what the hell is B3? Don't tell me there's more of this. It's like... it's full retarded. Okay. So basically this is 8 floats. Wait a second, if it's 8 floats it's not a matrix. But... shit. I got it wrong. It's not even the correct size of things. Wait, what? No, this is actually correct. This is totally correct. There we go. This... is this a quaternion? Or something like that? Let's see, what the hell is this? Oh, it's creating actually... oh shit, don't tell me. This is actually not using the retro. This is using the freaking GDI. What the hell? This is actually... oh wait, no. I think I understand what this is. This is probably the overlay for subtitles from the original port, but it's not really that much useful, I guess. And what the hell is V4? I'm going to do this. I'm going to hate it. There. Let's see if it gets stuck. I don't think it will this time. At least not for too long. You can probably just feel my pain with this. I think it might be also the load from OBS that it's dragging this down, because when I do this for Resident Evil 2, which has a much larger structure, it just doesn't do this thing. It just works perfectly. Switch has NGC emulator, but it seems they don't want to put out any standard release ROMs unless they texture in HD. Dolphin devs are also given dev boards of the Shield, like the Nvidia Shield. Well, I think this is not really doing much good. Okay, it's back. So, constructor. Let's see where the hell this is going. I suspect this is all the virtual stuff, but why use a virtual structure when this is just for movies? What's the point? And let me save this just in case. And nothing. Let's see. Let's go back one step to this. Yeah, this is the Marnie movie, something. So let's try Marnie movie repair, and like this. What the hell is this thing here? This is possibly more stuff, I guess. This seems to be structures of things that the co-creator uses. Let me see. So this. Oh wait, no, this is yet another structure. Jesus. Why? Oh, this is more bullshit. And let's see. More shit. So this is actually creating a direct draw surface. But the thing is, how many functions actually use this? Probably not many. So I don't know what to do with this crap. Because when I do this with Resident Evil 2, it's a lot more straightforward. This is just a complete mess. Like, very messy. Very much. I hope this is correct. And where is this even coming from? You know what? Let me try this. And go. It's not even using this. This is very neat. Thank you, game. And fuck you, game. Yeah, come on, just suspend the thing, please. So, Marnie movie load doesn't do anything, I guess. Unless it's getting out before. Yeah, this is actually doing something, I guess. Marnie movie open, and okay, this is actually where this thing is coming from, which is the correct. And okay, movie open. Now let's try and oh, what the hell? I actually had this documented like already, and I don't even remember this. So where does the movie even come from? This is just movie, so let's call this movie. There we go. And more shit. Please don't tell me this is going to loop like forever. Where the hell is this? Oh, come on. Is this seriously doing this? So the movie is actually running in a loop, I guess. So let's go for a movie. There should be a movie task here. I think this is where it's accepting. I hope this is the A task manager. And what the hell is this? Is this the face for the movie or not? Also, if this is actually getting a parameter in input, where is the movie name coming from? Movie data, and okay, I guess this is exactly what it looks like. And I think this is no. This is weird, but I think this is the code that I need to isolate to make the game run. Maybe can probably override most of this, but I guess it just needs a few hooks here and there. Movie open data, movie data name. Okay. Perfect. Where's this ID coming from? I think BL is oh shit, come on. This game is such a freaking mess. It's like the pinnacle of buttfuck. I don't even quite understand where most of this data is coming from, and I don't know. This doesn't help, like, at all. Though I suspect most of these are just morning movies. Though what's the point of all of this? Ugh. Well guys, I guess it's almost time to go to bed, so I will probably just quit the stream here. I need to figure out a way to just do the correct thing. I'm starting to suspect though that the game is actually not rendering in 16 bits, just parts of it possibly are. This is my guess here. Ager, welcome. Let's see. I don't know. I think I will speak with Darren about this, which means that we're going to have to give this a try whenever I figure out how the hell to actually fix how this thing works, because so far I don't know exactly how the game handles it. It's pretty much the same as Resident Evil 2, where DirectX does the thing, and I think it can use direct draw to actually impress stuff, but considering the way Resident Evil 3 is structured, it's such a gigantic mess. It's not really easy to follow the code. As you can see, it's not really that easy. Compared to this, Resident Evil 1 is a piece of cake, but this game is a piece of shit. It's really a mess. No wonder why they didn't bother fixing it. I mean, the code is so convoluted, it's such a mess. I guess this is by design, because it has to have like threads running every little shit in the code, and I'm guessing this is probably the best approach, but still it's a mess to fix, because it's so hard to follow the code when there are threads, jump tables everywhere. It's just a freaking mess. And I guess I should probably roll the Resident Evil 3 ending thing. And let's see. Last song. There. 2 minutes until the stream is done. I think I will go back to another Resident Evil 3 stream in the following days, but maybe not for this extent, because as you can see, it's not really easy to do much with this. It's so convoluted. Then Ida decided to just commit suicide. It's a bit of a mess, I guess. I don't know. Shit and giggles, I guess. It's probably going to take a lot of debugging to do this, and I think I'm going to use an external debugger to do this, because Ida is not up for the task. It just seems to lose control over the little things that I actually need here. This might actually be a very huge struggle. I mean, not even Resident Evil 1, which is not documented at all, is this much of a mess. It was actually a lot easier to replace the freaking module that plays movies in that one, but in this one it's just such a freaking mess. And the plan was just to replace one thing in this case, just the video player, that's all, and the thing doesn't even let me. So I guess it's a goodbye for tonight. See you soon, hopefully. Oh shit, why is the new music kicking in? See you next time. Still thanks to Christopher for the big donation today, and see you next time. Bye bye.